YouTube, what's going on? BD Wolfgang 1980 here, aka Bezell, the man that's seen a place to be in the QCNC. Alrighty, Elimination Chamber 2015 just went down. Welcome into your recap. Let's get straight to it. As far as the pre-show is concerned, they had the Daniel Bryan on the Miz TV segment. Daniel Bryan made it abundantly clear his career is not over, and he says he will be back. From there, it went totally downhill, got a little silly. The Mega Powers came out, they beat up the Miz, and then from there, they led into the show starting. Let me tell you, this next match here, or the first match, to me, maybe was easily match of the night. This match tore down the house. This match had every level from the emotion part of it, the storyline part of it, the action in the ring, guys going for it. Let's get down to it. What match am I talking about? It was the Tag Team Title Elimination Chamber match. 2 thumbs up easily. This match was fun. Your competitors, just in case you don't know, were the champions, the New Day, and it was all 3 members of the New Day. Now, how they worked that out, someone needs to tell me. Comment down below. The Primetime Players, the Ascension, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, Los Matadores, with El Torito, and the Lucha Dragons. Now, as far as the match getting going, the Ascension and the Lucha Dragons were inside first. The rest of the men were in the pods. Let's see. The first entrance, as far as the first pods opening, were Cesaro and Kidd. They came in. A nice spot that they delivered was a superplex off the top of the pod from Cesaro to Kalisto. At this point, this is very funny. Jerry Lawler called Michael Cole JR. If you saw it, I hope you didn't miss that. That was a great moment. Just, you know, I mean, actually, that was just one of many botches by the King tonight, unfortunately. It might be time for him to hang up the headset, but let's continue here. From there, the Los Matadores were eliminated by the Ascension. From there, the Lucha Dragons came in. Let's see, the Primetime Players were in as well. They eliminate the Ascension. Primetime Players look good here tonight as well. We got a Tower of Doom spot from Titus, Cesaro, and Darren Young. From there, the New Day are in. Once again, all 3 members. We got a triple suplex spot from the babyfaces to all 3 members of the New Day. Then Xavier Woods ends up getting locked in one of the pods. From there, Cesaro and Kidd eliminated the Primetime Players. So from this point where Cesaro and Kidd were eliminated by the Primetime Players. So from this point, it's just the Primetime Players versus the New Day. Woods ends up getting let out of the pod by Big E. The Primetime Players really mount up a nice comeback here. For a moment there, I thought it was their time. But unfortunately, it was to no avail. The New Day retained after a 3-on-1 pin attempt. They literally stacked up on him so he couldn't kick out. Good match here. Comment down below if you saw it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. If you didn't see it, this is one to watch for. Great match. Once again, the New Day delivered 2 pay-per-views back-to-back. That was a good one. It's going to be hard to beat. From there, they actually went into a different direction. They went into the Divas Championship triple threat match. Usually, they usually have the Divas matches kind of right before the main event. But hey, no problem. Let's get it going. Your competitors are the champion, Nikki Bella, versus Naomi versus Paige. We actually got a Divas Tower of Doom spot in the match. Your finish was the Rack Attack, kind of out of nowhere on Naomi, who I was pulling for. I really wish Naomi would have got the title win. But Nikki Bella retained the title. She's still your Divas champion. From here, the match I was looking most forward to, maybe some of you as well, comment down below. Love to hear your thoughts. It was the grudge match of the night, the champion versus champion, NXT champion Kevin Owens versus the United States champion John Cena. Right from the get-go, fight Owens, fight chance. Some back-and-forth action. Owens looking good for a long time, even taunting Cena at points of the match. This really took me for a loop because if you're an experienced WWE fan and you're very familiar with the formula, as we like to call it, when John Cena's beat up from pillar to post like this, you know what's going to happen. He never loses. He rises above. So at this point, I'm kind of losing a little bit of my gusto as I watch the match. But let me continue. He even taunts Cena. He does a reversal on an AA into a DDT. Does a nice tilt-a-whirl into a white noise backbreaker. He does his rolling senton spot into the corner. He even does an AA to Cena for a 2 count. Now, here we go. Out of nowhere, The pop-up powerbomb. Now, this was the second one. And once again, it still hasn't even really sank in. But after a pop-up powerbomb, folks, we got a 1-2-3 clean in the middle of the ring. Not a kick out, not even a kick out on 3.5. John Cena was out. Kevin Owens won this match. My night was made. I was pretty much spent after this. If you saw it, I'm sure a lot of you were too. Please comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. This delivered. I could not believe it. WWE actually went for something different here. Is this a sign of things to come? This match and the way it ended alone is worthy of its own video. We could talk about that for another 30 minutes. But we do have to press on. But please comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. And wow, John Cena beaten clean in the ring by a guy still on the NXT roster. Good job, WWE. Excellent. Did not see that coming. You could have told me, hand photocopy, hey, here's the script. Check it out. I wouldn't have believed it. Thank you. Thank you. Let's continue here. Well, excuse me. He does cut a victory promo. He says that even tells John Cena, let me give you some veteran advice. The champ is here, folks. His time is now. Please comment down below. I want your thoughts on that. Wow, what a match. What an ending. Well, let's continue. How do you top that? From there, we go to Bo Dallas versus the new sensation, the man that gravity forgot, Neville. Of course, the crowd is behind Neville, but they kind of get a little flat. It actually became a little bit, I called it church. It got quiet in there. You could have heard a mouse in there. Not because no one likes Neville. You know as well as I do. People really like Neville. We like Neville right here on this channel. But and also Neville is money. He really is. Just give him time. But the crowd was spent and still in shock after what they just saw, and so was I. But let's continue here. It becomes a church. Crowd is still quiet, still in shock. Nothing fancy here. Kind of like a Raw match, pretty much. Your finish was the red arrow. 1, 2, 3. Neville gets his first win on pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken. So good for Neville. He's continuing on. Just give him time. He's going to be in main events to come. From there, we get a backstage segment. It's Triple H, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. Triple H tells Roman, makes it clear that if he gets involved in the match tonight, it will be a DQ for Ambrose. So no Roman Reigns, even though J&J Security will be ringside along with Kane. From here, we have our next Elimination Chamber match. It is a match for the Intercontinental title, the vacant Intercontinental title. Daniel Bryan is at ringside. He will present the title to the winner. Your competitors are Ryback, R-Truth, Dolph Ziggler, King of the Ring 2015, Wade Barrett, Sheamus, and your surprise entrant due to an injury to Rusev was Mark Henry. So once that was announced, I already was a little let down there. Nothing against Mark Henry, nothing personal, but come on, WWE. You just showed me John Cena get pinned clean in the ring. I mean, come on. You're taking risk on that, so let's put somebody else fresh out there. You could have put Neville in this spot. It wouldn't have bothered me. I mean, I wouldn't have expected him to win, but it definitely wouldn't have bothered me. So but let's continue. Here we go. Your IC title match here, Elimination Chamber. First competitors in the ring battling out were Wade and Barrett and Dolph Ziggler. From there, R-Truth came out next. Wade is on him literally as soon as the pod opens up. The crowd is a bit flat so far. Once again, I can only either give them that they were recovering because this was a good crowd for the other matches. Mark Henry comes in after Barrett. He pushed Ziggler through the glass. From there, Ryback enters the match. From there, we get our first elimination. R-Truth hits the lie detector. He pins Wade Barrett. So R-Truth takes out the King of the Ring first. From there, Sheamus' pod is supposed to open, but it is jammed shut. It will not open. The match continues and moves on. From there, we get our next elimination. It was Ryback pinning R-Truth after a shell shock. From there, let's see, Sheamus finally comes out due to his own devious acts. He had locked himself in the cage, in the pod with his Celtic cross. He pulls it out, lets himself out of the pod. He goes after Ziggler. From there, he takes it to Henry. Sheamus pins Mark Henry after a brogue kick. So far, I just have to call it what it is in the middle of the match as opposed to wait until the end. This match is a letdown. Just comparing it, I mean, let's take away what we just saw with Cena and Owens. Just go into the action of that tag match. This match was a letdown. Let's continue. It just was. Comment down below, though. Let me hear your thoughts. What did you think of it? From there, let's see. This is okay. Sheamus ends up pinning Ziggler. So now it's no one but Ryback and Sheamus left in the match. Crowd warms up a little bit because now it's just one-on-one. It's easier to focus. Crowd is definitely behind Ryback as far as that's concerned. Decent action here. We get some brawling. We get a white noise on the steel girder. Very vicious bump there. Ryback had to take. We get a rolling senton on the steel as well. Ryback pops right back up. He delivers a border toss into the ring, putting Sheamus into position. Hooks him up with the shell shock. 1, 2, 3. Not only is he your new IC champion, it's his first time getting the IC title. Congratulations, Ryback. Good job. Daniel Bryan comes in to present the title, and once again, he calls Ryback the Ryback. I just think that's funny. I was actually expecting him to do it. At this point, it must be an inside joke for them. He's the only person that does that. But Ryback, your new Intercontinental champion. From there, and then you can only go up. If you only go up, you're going to get the world title. If it goes down, he'll be back to where he is. But we'll see what happens. Ryback has been catching some steam lately, so big win for him. From there, it's time for your main event. Your WWE World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Competitors are Dean Ambrose versus the champion Seth Rollins, being accompanied to the ring by J&J Security and Director of Operations Kane. Once again, WWE not really respecting the title. Seth Rollins comes out first. Since when does your champion come out first? Come on, maybe I'm just being too old school, but that's kind of where we roll on this channel. All right, here we go. Nothing, unfortunately. I don't know if it's being drained from the first half of this pay-per-view, but this felt like a long Raw match. Once again, Seth Rollins, who has all the talent in the world, has put on some electrifying matches for us in the past. He has been really tame these past few pay-per-views. We've been talking about it right here on this channel, and we got some great subscribers around here, very knowledgeable. And we've been having a little combo, and he's been a little flat lately. And tonight has that trend continued. There were no really big spots. We got a superplex, but no big spots, nothing crazy. I mean, nothing outside really. I mean, it felt like a long, drawn out, clean Raw match, especially after the first half of this pay-per-view. I just got to call it the way it is. Let's continue. No real big spots. We get a dirty deeds from Dean Ambrose, but the ref took a bump before this, so there's no ref. He gets a long pin. No one's counting. Another ref comes out. Rollins is still out. We get a 1, 2, 3. There's a new World Heavyweight Champion. My girlfriend, she decided she wanted to see something different here. Me, I'm kind of like, I'm a little scared this might get silly with Ambrose being the champion. And we commented about that on our predictions video here on this channel. But before we could get too settled in, and before he could celebrate too long, the other ref got back up. They start to have a conversation, a little bit of arguing going on. They get Lillian Garcia, the announcer, involved. She lets us all know the decision has been reversed. It is a DQ win for Ambrose. Therefore, no title change. Still your champion, Seth Rollins. From there, now bear in mind, Ambrose still has the belt. He hasn't given it back. From there, the authority, J&J Security, Kane, they kind of, lay the boost to Ambrose. Roman Reigns comes out, saves the day, Superman punch. I think he did a double spear to J&J, cleans up the house. Him and Ambrose celebrate. Ambrose grabs the microphone and says he's not giving the title back. They leave into the crowd. There you have it. Good beginning of a show. You know what? The main event could have been first. So could the match before it. I mean, the tag team match stole the show for me. The John Cena match was even better than that. So, I mean, those two matches alone were worth the price of admission. Great action. Didn't see the finish coming. But let me tell you, other than that, it was kind of a letdown. But comment down below. Maybe we just got taken too high too fast with that whole swerve. Or I call it a swerve because I didn't see that coming a million miles away as far as Cena being pinned clean in the ring, folks. Soak that in, please. Go to sleep on it. Come back. Comment again. I mean, that was something else to behold. We saw it. Pinned clean by a guy that's not even on the main roster. We saw it. I saw it. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. So for me, that was enough. For me, I'm good. But, other than that, the show really wasn't that great. But I enjoyed it. We had a fun time here in the House of Bezell. I hope you had one day, you know, in your own respected home. And we're getting ready to wrap things up. This is late for me. You guys know I usually don't do videos this late, but I definitely had to deliver the news to you. If you like what you see, definitely stick around. Don't be shy. Comment, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. If you're a Lucha Underground fan, this is your #1 spot for Lucha Underground reviews. Other than that, we do NXT reviews as well every week, and we cover every WWE pay-per-view. We don't cover Raw on a regular basis. If something big happens, I'll try to cover it every now and then. But other than that, those are the main heavy hitters here. We love you to join. Please be a part of the fun here. But you guys go out there, have a good night, have a good week coming up. Be good to yourself, be true to yourself, be good to one another, and I will see you later. Peace, my friends. Be good to one another. Bezell out.